Back to another video. This time, this is for a brand new series for Linux. Going to be doing a few different things on Linux, mainly going over managing, configuring, and maintaining Linux operating systems. Just basic networking technologies and operating system management. As far as Linux, going over different objectives and competencies. As far as Linux is concerned, we're going to do some basic, but at the same time, some a little bit more intense than basic as well. Right now, we're going to go over file and directory management, storage management concepts, managing Linux shared storage, scripting techniques as well. And in this video, we're actually going to get started with pretty much an introduction to Linux as far as just the very basic capabilities of what it can do. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do a few exercises as far as the sort of the start of the Linux series. What the first thing I want to do is going over reviewing pretty much system requirements for an Ubuntu installation very quickly, just straight to the point for this exercise. It's going to determine whether or not my device has met the system requirements to install a Linux distro. And I'm going to browse the Ubuntu website very briefly and determine the system requirement for an install as well, and therefore verify the device has met its requirements. So let's actually open up Microsoft Edge so we can take a look. All right, perfect. So for the, let me take a look here. All right, so I see the documentation template. All right, just reviewing, let's see the recommended here. Pretty much high text markup language. Okay, back here. And what I'll be doing is just installing or taking a look at least at installing the desktop. Let's see, so choose from here. Yeah, so my environment is definitely robust enough to be installing the desktop edition. So nonetheless, now that we verified that, let's go over to the Hyper-V manager here actually. Somewhere else. All right, so I'm just going to take really quickly just a look at these settings here that we have for these clients for the virtual machine, right? And just take a look at the system specifications for the most part, right? DVD drive. I'm going to take a look at both of them. All right. Nothing too crazy. Actually, all right, but there is one thing I did notice. So the client 3 has, let's see, so client 2 has about 512 megabytes of memory, and client 3 has quite a bit more at 4,096 megabytes of memory, right? So this is fine. Okay, so now that I seen that, as far as the specs for each of them, I know which one I'll start to work on as far as not only downloading Ubuntu but also for the next exercise, because I'll be connecting to the virtual machine to do a bit more of my exercises there for this video. All right, so what I'm going to do is make sure that Ubuntu cat is going to be installed to make sure that I can move forward. So let's go back to the Microsoft Edge window, and looks like we could download pretty much two different versions of it, 23.10 or 22.04 .3, which is fine. That's normally how I would download Ubuntu, but it's already actually downloaded for me in this environment. I've already done that previously, but nonetheless, we could still move forward with connecting to our client 3 here. Okay, let's hit start. This portion, the starting of connected to the virtual machine with the Ubuntu installed, it's going to take a while, so I'll place you guys on the other side of it in just a second. So here's what it looks like when it's about to start. So I tell it to try or install Ubuntu, of course, and this is the initialization process that's beginning. And then this portion, again, I just wanted to showcase exactly how everything looks as we're down installing and initializing everything. And once it's finished up, then I'll resume the video again. All right, now everything is mostly ready to go, not fully. I just wanted to bring back in just so you could see some of the progress of installing Ubuntu. So I'm gonna hit continue here. This portion doesn't take too long. Sometimes it can, sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, normal install, that's good. Okay. All right, that's fine. So we can have it installed now. Should get a pop-up here in a second. Yep, continue. And then where I am in the world, not New York, even though New York is probably a very nice place. Of course, my name. Okay. About what I think. All right, let's see. All right, here. Spell finance. Now the actual what we've just done prior to this was the initialization of everything of the OS through the VM, and now the actual install process is about to begin, and then it's going to require me to restart in just a second. But again, I'm just going to bring while that's doing its thing, I'll cut the video out and bring you guys back in for once everything is fully complete, so we can move forward with the exercise. All right, so everything is now downloaded and restarted. So I'm just going to complete the post install of the Ubuntu with additional software updates. So just going to click next here. No, don't send to system info. So I'm just going to click next again. Privacy, next. Don't need to see my location. And we're done officially, right? So let me actually take a look at the connection settings as well. Let's see here. Where is that? There it is. All right, settings. Okay, let's take a look here. Version 4. I'm actually going to set it to manual. Right. have it apply. Perfect. All right, connected, and we're good to go there. Let's take a look at, actually, let me go back here. Let me be in this section. All right, perfect. Okay, let me actually close that now that I got that situated. And let's take a look here. Let's actually open up our terminal. All right. Okay, perfect. So now that I'm in, just going to type this real quick. Wire. I'm going to do the hypertext transfer protocol, and then the hypertext transfer protocol secure as well. Let's see. It's like it's giving me an issue. Perfect. So I was finally able to get everything start to type so I could type in properly what I did. Now, initially, what I did with the sudo nano command is pretty much what I did. I just allowed myself to run the command with elevated privileges, right? And then with these typed in here, as far as the acquire HTTP and the HTTPS, if a proxy server, right, is used in a production environment, typically the proxy configuration file needs to be created and edited to apply to specific changes or settings to ensure the device can connect to the internet successfully. So that's why I'm doing this. So let's go ahead and exit. Yes, we want to save. Perfect. Now we're back at the terminal. So I'm just going to make sure there's an update. Right? Shouldn't take too long. Now, to do this, as far as what it's doing now for elevated privileges are required. So hence the sudo command that I did prior, right, again. Now, the summary of what's available is being displayed here, as you can see on the screen, and the summary shown. It can sometimes vary depending on your environment also, right? But nonetheless, it should be done in just a second. And then I'll be able to make sure we're able to do an upgrade. All right, so now the software updater is ready. So let's do here. Right now it's doing its upgrade. It asks me a question. There it is. All right, perfect. And the upgrade process for the last few times I did this, it can most definitely take a little while. So I'll make sure you guys are on the other side of that as well. All right, so the upgrade is finally complete. So I'm just going to close this out here. Let's open up Firefox. And then I'm going to download Google Chrome, right? And I'm going to get Chrome for Linux. Let's see. There it is. Might be just. Okay, let's fix that. Internet access. That's not possible because I wouldn't be able to access the lab. There was no internet access. Now, I do know that there are configuration settings within the lab itself. I just configure, but I should have internet access. Let's fix that. All right. I was finally able to get everything configured properly for me to be able to download Google Chrome. which I'll accept here for, as you can see, Debian or Ubuntu 64-bit. I'm just going to accept and install here. Okay, looks like the lab doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Perfect, there it is. All right, perfect. So it should be installing. Show me here. All right, so I finally have it installed, so I'm just going to open it up here. Another application, software install, select. Be another window here. Mm, all right, finally able to get the Google Chrome stable window to open for us so I can install. There we go, authenticate. And take a moment for it to finish. All right, so the download has completed. So I'm just going to open this up here. Let's see here. Like it doesn't want to open for me. Well, it looks like no matter how many times I try to bring it back up, it's currently not working at the moment. But nonetheless, the end of what I was showcasing was that the configurations that were being made while downloading and upgrading Ubuntu was that by downloading or installing Google Chrome, I was able to go to a particular website and show the access to that website through Google Chrome with all the updates and the upgrades that was done. But nonetheless, it still brings us to the end of the video for the intro to Linux. We did a few things. We reviewed some system requirements for an Ubuntu installation. Then we installed Ubuntu, of course, using the installer media, where it was actually already installed that I had it. And then I attempted to complete the post install of Ubuntu with additional software and updates, of course. Again, this is the end of the first video for the Linux series and this has been the intro to Linux. Can't wait to see you guys on the next one. In the meantime, stay curious, stay secure.